Hello and welcome to the restaurant show. Today I am joined by Jason and Nathan from Falbo Brothers Pizza. Thanks for coming today, guys. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having us back.
Fantastic. So what are we going to be doing today?
Well, so what we're going to do is we're going to show the audience how we make our dough.
And your dough is different. I don't know necessarily what it is, but different than a lot of the other places you go get pizza. What's one of the reasons for that? What's going on?
Well, first of all, it starts with the flour, obviously. We use a special pizza kind of flour, made just for pizzas, not made for normal bread. And second of all, we do everything by hand. Like we make our batches of dough by hand. There's no machines involved. By hand, a couple times every day.
A couple times every day. So it's not one big pile in the morning.
It's not one big pile in the morning. It's not frozen off a truck. It's not prepackaged. It is made by hand in our shops. And the secret is, we kind of use it 2 or 3 hours after we make it and try to get it used up by 4 or 5 hours after we make it, so it keeps in that kind of freshness range, and it just has a really good taste to it and more of a flaky texture. Yeah, it doesn't have that kind of chewy bread texture.
So that put us at what, 2-3 times a day you guys generally make crust then?
Yeah, I mean sometimes just dough. Yeah, I mean sometimes if it's super busy, we'll have to make it 4 or 5 times a day. But
make the dough, make the dough for Falbo.
There we go.
Dough, huh?
Exactly. There we go. So Nathan's going to actually make the dough as we're going through it. First, we start out with our dry ingredients, which is yeast, and then salt and sugar. It's a simple, basic, old school recipe. There's no additives. There's no dough conditioners or anything like that. We just mix it up. And next we do first we sift those through to make sure they're spread evenly. And then we add our oil and our water. Salad oil and hot water.
So that's simple, but the fact that it's fresh and the ingredients you guys use make it much better.
And one of the things, I think kneading it by hand, it doesn't get kind of overdone. It keeps it flaky and keeps it pizza, like pizza's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It helps you control the consistency of the dough when you're not just putting it through a machine. You can actually feel where the wet spots and the dry spots are and make everything even.
So yeah, something else is you guys kind of do that by hand and form it. So what kind of crust are we working with?
Well, today we're going to do, after Nathan's done making the dough here, we're going to make a deep dish pizza. Our dough is the same for every pizza as far as the basic ingredients of the dough. We just use a little more dough to make a deep dish, a little less dough to make it thin. But as far as our dough, it's one kind for the whole thing.
So what he's putting together, that could be thin crust, that could be deep dish, kind of anything really.
Could be anything, yep.
Wow.
As you see, it doesn't. People think, well, why do you make your dough by hand? Doesn't that take forever? As you see, it's taking about a minute to whip up a batch of dough. Why have a machine do it when a person can do it in a couple minutes?
Well, it gives them a good arm workout.
It is, yeah.
That's right.
We try to. It's part of our employee health program is we have them make dough, keeps them going. All right, and there you see, it took about 2 minutes, and it's done. You want to hold it up?
Pizza dough.
Pizza dough, yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So about how long does that take when you put it in to actually finalize and?
Yeah, so what we do then is it has to rise for at least an hour to make it usable, but it's better to rise it for 2 or 3, and we try to rise it in a warm area like by the oven or if it's hot and humid, we leave it kind of out. We cover it up and it rises up. And the finished product is a pizza crust. And
the magic of TV.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
So that's how the deep dish starts.
Yep, starts in our 2-inch pan, and what we're going to make today is a works pizza.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we start with our obviously handmade dough, and then we add in our special own sauce recipe, made with our fresh packed tomato paste.
Also made every day.
Also made every day. Yep, our own ingredients. Again, doesn't come out of a bag, doesn't come off a truck. We make it all in our store, and our cheese is the best we could find. It's a cheese made in Wisconsin. We get it out of downtown Chicago, though. Put a bunch on. And so our Works pizza is 6 toppings. There's a standard Works, which we're making today, or you can put any 6 toppings you want on it.
So the Works, you can get any 6.
You can get any
If
6,
you're feeling
yep.
creative and you want to try something new.
Yep, but most people, when they order it, they just say the Works, and then we have a standard Works, which is pepperoni. We'll get the pepperoni on here. It's pepperoni, sausage, onions, mushrooms, green peppers, and black olives. But feel free to have your own combination.
So kind of a lot of color with it.
Yeah, definitely. And we just when we first came up with, why would this be our standard works? We did it because that was like the six most popular toppings that tasted good together.
Yeah, makes
But
sense.
feel free to, order any toppings you want on there, and we have people that order these every week, and they leave it up to us, or, they have their own favorite.
And is that just a deep dish thing, or can you get that on?
You can get that.
All three
Yep.
styles of
You can get that on anything. You can substitute sauces if you want. Say you want like a ranch sauce or an Alfredo sauce or a spicy sauce. You can do that. But yeah, just pick your 6 and let us go to work for you.
And you said any 3. Well, how about you remind us, what are the 3 crusts you guys have?
We have a thin crust, we have a deep dish, and we have stuffed.
Very nice.
Yep. And so here it is beforehand, and we are going to stick it in our oven. And through the
Voila.
magic of TV,
It's a quick work.
there we go.
That is beautiful. A lot of color on that, a lot of really hearty toppings. Everything goes together very nice.
Yeah, the one thing with Falbo's is you'll never get skimped on the toppings. We focus on with all our stores to make sure you make people happy.
And just the aroma on it, even before it was cooked, when you're just putting with the sauce and the cheese, those aromas come out. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we use a lot of spices in our sauce. We use a lot of garlic. So.
I believe it. And you guys said cater for lunch, correct? So,
We will, yep.
Get something for lunch, go over there, get some coworkers together.
Yeah, we'll cater for lunch. We do lunch, we do dinner at every store. So basically any time of the day. Park Street we do late night. And
I've been there late night
oh,
before.
nice. Good,
And,
good to hear.
With the new location in Sun Prairie, right? That's kind of your
Yes.
home base?
Yes, in Sun
Where do
Prairie.
you guys deliver to? What is that?
Our
range for?
our delivery range is one of the largest in the area. We deliver all the way out to Marshall. Obviously, we go all the way to Sun Prairie, some parts of Northeast Madison, Windsor, and parts of the Forest as well.
So you can get Falbo Brothers pretty much anywhere in the area right now then, huh?
Pretty much all of Dane County, it seems like.
Well, fantastic, Jason, Nathan. Thank you guys for coming on once again. Falbo Brothers Pizza, and we'll be right back with more of the restaurant show right after this.